Hi, I think I stopped the um that video of showing you how to, you know, how to get ready the cuttings for planting. So these are the cuttings of the pea eggplant that I'm going to plant. I just need to trim it because if you plant it like that, it's going to be crowded. It's going to give a good, it's going to make the space there crowded. So I just want to have a good length of the space in between. So when I plant this one, if it will grow new branches, so there still has to space to grow. And this has it has already a good length in the bottom. So if I'm going to stick this one, bury this one about 3 inches below the ground, and then mulch it another 2 inches, that will be the total length that will be totally buried in the ground. So I still have a little, you know, a little branches top. So if it survived, then it will give me a good size of new sprout. So when we plant cuttings, we need to make sure that the cuttings is clean, pointing where we want it to point. So this one is good size, but it seems like there's so many, extra branches. So I'm going to trim that one. I'm going to trim that one so it won't be so crowded already, because if it will give me a new growth, then it will crowding the the perimeter. I wanted to give me a new sprout but growing upward and then start to grow and give me a good canopy. So if possible, I'm going to control it so it won't be wild. So I have two, and here it's a good size. So if possible, since these are cuttings, I want to make sure that they are on the same height, right? They are on the same height, because if they are not, if they grow and if they start growing, they will not be, it doesn't look nice when the other one are short, the other one is so tall. So if possible, you're going to give give them a a good start. So like this one now, this one. So I want to cut this one so it won't be blocking my way when I'm going inside the garden. So I want to cut that so it will be just clean start and growing this. And like this, it's 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 not a clean cut, so I'm going to cut that like this, so it will going to be easy when I putting it in the ground. It will be easy and um, have a good clean cut in the bottom, and that will guide me to push it down straight, and that will be a good a good cut when it's like it has a point, and you don't need to dig a hole for it to be buried there, because this one itself, it's hard, so it can be buried straight down, and it won't give me hard time planting it, and I don't need to really dig a hole for that. I just need to stick it in the ground. And this one, it's a big cuttings. So I'm going to make it in two. So with these cuttings, hopefully I can grow this both, and I'm going to have two trees. So make a good cut here, like that. Make a good cut. Stick that 3 inches below the ground. Mulch it another 2 inches, a total of 5 inches. Stick in the ground, and these bumps, because I noticed that these bumps are going to produce me roots. That's the same with the other cuttings, like the moringa cuttings. So like this, it's already have branches, but should I? No, this one I will cut this off. Cut that off so it will be clean cut, and I'm going to start this batch and the same direction, so there's no other branches sticking out, and then when I walk around there, it's going to get disturbed because there's branches that might cut in my, in my sleeve or in my clothing. So better to prepare it clean, like this. So in gardening, fellow gardeners, this is what we do, right? Share some ideas on how to grow grow different plants in the garden. It's so funny that I only know about this pea eggplant here in Arizona, and now that I'm posting it in the gardening group, most of the gardeners there saying that they have this in their province or in their bukid or in their locality, and their old folks are telling them not to eat this one because it's poisonous. But in my area, in the Philippines, Negros Oriental, I've never seen this one. I don't know about this pea eggplant there back home. So maybe it's just in some area in the Philippines that they have it. Only they're not eating this one because they said it's poisonous. So if someone tell you, oh my goodness, that's poisonous, so why should you eat it? It's poisonous, right? So we need to be careful also of what we are eating. This one is kind of odd because it's shorter. So I'm not going to plant this one in the ground. I will plant this in the pot. And so I've learned a lot when sharing this kind of, I call this exotic vegetables. Exotic vegetables because it's rare. You cannot find it everywhere. It's just new to me. So maybe in other gardener were, you know, used to it or seen this a lot. It's just normal or regular, or you know, the regular plants. But to me, it's exotic. I just want to make this companion plant to my other plants here growing in this area. So let's give it a try. I want to give it a try because the one that I planted in the pots are growing. So since I'm behind of trying to grow here on this lane, because I was thinking at the time that I started the seeds, the pea eggplant seeds, but it came out it's not the pea eggplant. And I even give some to my friend like Dilma. We ended up harvesting what? White eggplant. And I planted some here too because I was thinking that it was really the pea eggplant. And it ended up the white eggplant. So now I'm going to make a shortcut with this cutting. to make a shortcut, because it's already what, November, and if it will grow, then I'm lucky. But if not, then go back to grow the seeds, start the seeds, because it's nice, right? When it's nice if I have lots of this bushes of pea eggplant around here, so it won't be so hot, because this area is hot. That's why I plant only I plant what I planted here, sweet potato. I planted sweet potatoes and lemongrass, sunchoke, moringa cutting. So that's what I planted here. So for now, I will try to just stick this in the ground and to see if it will survive, right? So this is like uh, planting the moringa. But the moringa, when you plant the moringa cuttings, you need to dig a hole because it has a very sensitive bark, and it's not like this kind of hard wood. So I will plant this in between to those eggplants that I already planted there, because the soil is already soft. So I'll give it a try. Give it a try, and who knows? it might grow. But I will give you update if it will grow. We have a hard ground here, so need to water that to get it soft. So I can just put it there. It was really windy. It was windy a few days ago. That's why some of the branches of the moringa, this one, it's leaning. So this coming few days, I will give time to harvest more moringa leaves. So I'm going to plant as many cuttings of this big eggplant branches on this area, just for observation and to see if it survives, because why not? Why not to try to make a shortcut? I got a mistake on trying to start the seeds that I labeled pea eggplant, and it turned out it is the white eggplant. But I don't know how many white eggplant I put it there. So I mislabeled the seedlings. Oh, but well, it's okay because they're growing good and they are edible. I can eat that. So it's still a win-win, right? In gardening, you just need to always stay positive, because if they grow, it's for you. If not, then it's not. Then keep on planting. Don't give up. Keep on planting. That's that's the challenge here. They just keep on planting and learn. When they die, that means you did wrong. So you need to try it again. So you need to stick it here in the ground. As deep as you can. But I think, let's see, that's in there already. Like, so 1, 2, 3. I have 3 already, so it's gonna be 4 and 5. 4 and 5 and 4 and 5. So this is gonna be my 4th stick. It's gonna be like a natural fence. Natural fence at the same time. It will give a shade to the plants underneath. And it's multi-purpose, you know. Multi-purpose companion plants. Multi-purpose. Oh, wow. Need to have muscles when we do this gardening. We will grow muscles. That's why we got big arms. Going to say, oh, what Aloha's having big arms? Well, we need to carry lots of bags of soil. And my husband is on travel. If he's traveling, then I will do it all by myself. That's what we need when we garden. And it's nice when husband is around, when he doesn't have a travel, because he can help me. Of course, I ask help. He's always there. Wow, wow, that's hard. I need to water more of that side, so the soil is soft and easy to take the potting. Really need to give a good cut in the bottom, so it's pointy already. So when you poke the ground with this, it will give you a good start. Push it deeper. Now that it's fall or winter is coming, our sun, you know, the sun, that Mr. Sun is setting early. So at this time, already 6 o'clock, it's getting darker. Uh, it's get darker and darker quicker. So I got busy inside the house today, and I already late coming out the garden and doing this, but it's good because it's not that hot, and since I can still see the ground, I will try to poke these cuttings and hoping that all of this will survive. So I don't need to start a new batch of seeds. So it can catch up the other tree there that's already tall. Because this other variety of eggplant, they won't stay long afterwards. It's not like this variety that lasts up to like 4 years. That's kind of gardener I am. I want a plant that, if possible, stay longer. So I don't need to keep planting and planting each year. It's nice to just keep them, and when it's time for, their lifespan is not that long like other trees. If they can stay longer, like about up to 4 years, that's better. But eggplant than regular eggplant won't stay that long. Maybe at least 2 years, but not 4 years. They eventually die. And this eggplant, it's hardy. Because other gardeners say that this is just really a wild eggplants in their province, their area. And we did not eat it because the old folks said that it's poisonous. So if you're being told that that plant is poisonous, you should not eat it, right? I'm going to say that sinabi ko na sa iyo nakakalason yan. Oh, kumain ka, kinain mo. Oh, nalason ka. Oh, ano ngayon? Kaya tayo, of course, we listen to our old folks, sa ating mga matatanda. Because they know better. They know better, we listen. Okay. Na, ganun ang culture natin. There's the sunflower. It's done. Tapos siya. It's really big. It's big. Taller than me, of course. I'm just halfway. So, when we are done, need to cut that off. Kung naman ito, gabi na pala. But I will finish taking all of this. Oh, I still have 3 here. So I will get more to just to fill up the space here. And hopefully at least maybe 50% of this will survive. I will post an update and will let you know, all of you. So just please subscribe to my channel to get my latest gardening video. Thank you so much, and please be safe, everyone. To my kababayan in the Philippines, stay safe. I hope there's not much damage of the typhoon. Okay? Bye bye. Please be safe. I will finish this one before it gets so dark.